winner of the Dallas Baptist on advanced night to play LSU. 8:06 is the scheduled first pitch for tonight, joined by head coach Chris Curry and also Gage Ecker. We'll start with Gage in just a second. Let's get an opening comment first from head coach Chris Curry, and then we will turn our attention for questions to Gage. Coach, it's all yours.
I was thinking in the ninth inning how we were percentage points away from not making our conference tournament, which would have broke a streak for us as a program, because we always at a minimum make the tournament, and that's important to us and a team goal. And then we get in a tournament, get hot, and the Baton Rouge Regional pops up on ESPN, and we celebrate because we just wanted an opportunity to play on one of the biggest stages in college baseball, and then ran into a good team, game number one, and then won first game, which has been done in program history, and then to beat a Dallas Baptist team. Dan Hefner is one of my role models in college baseball coaching. First of all, he's a great man of faith. He runs a class act program. He is a hitting guru. It's a top 25 Omaha caliber club. And to once again for the Little Rock Trojans to step on the field and compete at the highest level on potentially what could have been the last game of the year for us, and get a win against such an unbelievable club, which speaks volumes. I went to bed last night knowing that Gage was going to start. I did not want to tell him, but I did text his parents. You don't know that. And make sure that they would be here. And get on the elevator on floor number 5, and there is a big 6'6" pitcher standing in front of me. You can't make it up. And I said, Gage, how's your morning going? He smiled and said, good, coach. I said, good, you're starting today. And okay, that's about how he said it. And Gage is a Mississippi State transfer that came to us last year. What a wonderful family. Pitched in the biggest game in Little Rock Trojan program history up until 8 o'clock tonight. And that'll be the biggest one, but we're going to enjoy this one for a couple of minutes.
I will ask Coach to stand by for a second. We'll have questions first for Gage.
Yeah, Gage, I guess we just heard Coach tell the story, but walk me through you learning that you were going to be starting today. What was kind of your instant reaction, and how ready were you for today?
I went to bed last night preparing to start, so it was between me and a couple other pitchers, and got in the elevator this morning with Coach Curry and his family, and he said, Gage, you're starting, and I was ready to go, and that's about it. Got locked in, we had a good breakfast, and got to the field and was ready to go.
Gage, question over here to your left.
Hey, Gage, just what is your mindset going into the game? Just, you think you got to do the job for your team, hold them down? What was how did you prepare mentally for this stuff?
I was sitting watching BP and just thinking about the job that I needed to do, and our offense since the conference tournament started has been on fire. So I knew that if I just ate up innings, threw a lot of strikes, let my defense work, and let them play behind me, I knew that my offense would score runs, and that was the mindset going into there. I knew I had to locate with my fastball and off speed, get out of the zone, and so went in there, let my defense work, and got the job done.
Gage, you talked about knowing that the offense would score runs. You hang up a 0 in the top half of the first, and they're going to get you a 3 spot in the bottom half. How good is that for you coming out, knowing that those guys have got your back, not only defensively, but in the batter's box as well? How much comfort does that give you when you're on the outside work?
It gave me a lot of confidence. As soon as they put the 3 spot up, I was like, yeah, we got a shot. I just got to go out there, throw a lot of strikes. Like I said, let my defense work and get back in the dugout and let them swing some more. That was the goal.
Before your question, I know we're going to get around to it, the job that Zach Houston did out of the bullpen. He hasn't thrown since the SEMO series, and it was his best outing, he'll tell you that, and did not throw in the tournament. But the freshman year was in the week of rotation. We knew he had the stuff to go out there and do what he did. So I was just off to compliment him, and we never gave up on him. He did a wonderful job.
Gage, can you just take us inside the locker room and kind of the general feeling amongst you guys right now? Just how dangerous you guys feel like you are here?
Yeah, we have all the confidence in the Lord right now. It feels like we aren't missing any mistake with the pitchers throwing. Our team's in the box, and the pitchers that are out there, they're going out there doing the job, throwing in the zone, and getting the job done. And so we're comfortable, we're relaxed, and we have a lot of confidence right now.
Well, that's good. I just want to ask on a personal level what it means to you that coach trusts you to put you in this kind of situation.
Oh, it means the world to me. I was so pumped. I was so thankful for the opportunity that he gave me, and this opportunity is the biggest spot that I've thrown in my career, and so it means a lot for you to trust me to get out there and do my thing.
Any other questions for Gage? We'll let him go relax. We're done? We're good? Gage, congratulations. Thank you very much for your time. We'll see you back out there later tonight. Thank you. And we'll open it up for questions for Coach Chris Curry.
Hey, Coach. Perry White with On the Yard Network. Headed into an elimination game, what's your message to the team today? Is, this could be it, but you've battled through. What do you say to the team to get them morale up?
We've been living with that feeling of that wolf chasing us right behind us for weeks now, and so we're numb to it. These guys aren't afraid with everything on the line. You saw the way that we played today. We tried some different things. Small ball, a little bit of some base running, some creativity out there. 4 home runs, I think it was. And that is the hallmark and just the epitome of a team that's playing fearless. And we are going to make some mistakes, right? There are going to be some moments where it doesn't go our way. But as we said in the dugout, scared money doesn't make money. And so if we sit back on our heels and just try to play for a 3-run homer, which we can do, we're going to attack the game. And within reason, not going to be reckless. We're going to play some percentages and things, but I think, especially when the bigger the moment, if you can pressure the other team instead of waiting for something to happen, that's to your advantage. The elements surprise a little bit.
Well, speaking of home runs, Coach, just when did y'all become a home run hitting team? Feel like that has been the case all year.
I guess since we got to Alex Box, this is a home run ballpark, and that's not an insult. It's just LSU baseball known for home runs, so winning well, right? The wind flipped around a little bit today. The very first night we were going straight in, and that benefited us on some swings. The first night against LSU, we know that, but it kind of turned around, and I was worried's not the word, but a little concerned about the BBU offense, and they got a couple of big time hitters over there. That it would be a offensive home run fest, especially late in the tournament. We're running out of arms. They're running out of arms. BBU. Maybe they're not running out of arms because Peters they brought in was 93-95 with 2 breaking balls, but someone said that was one of their main weekend arms, and so. I want to have a dynamic offense always. I want to be able to score in a variety of different ways, and that's how we're going to build our offense. That's how we coach it. We pride ourselves on base running. We pride ourselves being able to manipulate the barrel at different times, and you saw that. When they brought in velocity, our approach was to get on top of it, not go to effort, swing easy, and let his power do the work. When it was a different approach, we tried to stay on our legs and drive the ball around the yard. And we benefited from the home run. Ty Rhodes early. I think he hit a 0-0 changeup. And you'll have to help me remember, but Zach Henry hit an opposite field home run. And then we had a Reed Wilbanks. Somebody look it up. Is that his first one? Maybe his second one? Yep, thank you, Frank. And there's one more in there. Angel Cano. What can I say about that guy? And how fitting is it that the last 2 outs of the game ended in Angel Cano's glove after we had just told him to scoot over tight to the line in no double situation so the ball didn't get down the line on us. But let me credit DBU. I've never had the opportunity to compete against them, and I've always admired them from afar. And to be able to not only compete and stay with them, but come out with the win, that's a proud moment for me as a coach at a program.
Coach, I know you said, what else can you say about it? But Angels had a heck of a regional
Yeah.
yesterday and today. Talk about the work that he's put in to get to this spot and to be playing so well, not only in the batter's box, but on defense as well.
Yeah, and if I could tell Angels a little more of the story, we touched on it last night, but this is my understanding is from Columbia originally, and went to I think one of the baseball academies there, and 14 or 15 was very close to being signed professionally. Had an injury the day before, and did not get to sign. Had another situation where he was playing and as a high schooler and was very close to being drafted, had an injury, had to come over here in the States and play junior college baseball, signed with another Power 4 program, dives for a ball in the 4-hole, injury, shoulder, not able to go to that program, but I believe God has a plan for everybody and a purpose. Angel is a strong man of faith as well. He said that many times. He committed basically the night that we called him when Coach Parker got the job, and he knew about it. And we talked through the situation, what we had to offer, what we were looking for. And Angel is extremely intelligent. He's one of so when you sign or commit these guys, there's a whole other process of application to school, housing, paperwork. Angel Cano might be the best player I've ever had at getting his paperwork turned in and done. But that just shows his attention to detail, more importantly, his desire to play. And he's had so many opportunities pulled away from him, but I believe it's all for this moment right here. And he's healthy now. He's healthy now. He had a shoulder, and Ty Rhodes ran into his left elbow on a bunt play in inner squats, and hurt it pretty bad. And it's just, thank goodness he's getting healthy, because that's the guy that we knew we had.
Chris, I know you have another game to play, so you don't want to dwell too much on things on achievements, but still, you guys won your first NCAA tournament game in the program yesterday. Now, obviously, your first regional final. Just, do you have any thoughts about what you've accomplished to this point?
I haven't allowed myself to stop and grasp the magnitude of it because I'm still in game mode, and I have a job to do, and I have another game to manage. I won't say coach, because the coaching is done. The Hayes and the Barnes guys know what to do. They just need information, and it's our job to put it in the right spot. But every now and then I'll take a glance up in the stands at my family, all the fans that are here from Little Rock, our administration who has our back. A famous coach, said, coaches and players win ball games, but administrations win championships. You've got to have the backing and the support, and I know where we're headed. Their new athletic director, Frank Cuervo, and what he wants to do, and what I want to do, and our visions are aligned, and this is just the beginning. And so we're trying to enjoy the moment, but I just know that Little Rock baseball has so many more fun days ahead. Starting tonight at 8:06 with 11, 12, 13,000 great baseball fans that are going to make a fun environment for the kids that are wearing Little Rock across their chests to compete in. And we're just thankful for the opportunity, but we are not intimidated by the opportunity whatsoever.
I know you're all on deadlines. He's got 2.5 hours. So last 2 questions right here, and we'll let Coach go. Go ahead.
Coach, obviously another matchup with LSU later tonight. I guess what can you take from the first matchup that you could use to get a different result this evening?
Thankfully, Ianson and Anderson are burned for the weekend. Those are major leaguers. No, I know that the pitching staff for LSU is one of the finest in the country. I'm well aware of the caliber of arms we're going to see. I was able to come back to the game last night and watch. I had a very cool moment where, as Nicole from the NCAA was taking Caleb and my son, to our seat, I looked to the right. Coach Burton was sitting there, and so I got an opportunity to reconnect with him. He had recruited me just a little bit out of Meridian Junior College in Mississippi. They had Brad Cressy, a really good player, so I elected to go to Mississippi State. But just knowing what a great job and how well coached they are by Jay Johnson and his staff. I got to watch them play last night. They're dynamic. See them up close. Power. But, right now, the way that it's going for us, it would not matter who we play. We're just embracing the moment and happy to be on this stage. And there's no final moment as a coach to know that you are writing out a lineup for a team that's going to do what you ask them to do, be attack the moment, and be aggressive. And I know that our guys will from Little Rock.
Last question right here at the back.
Yeah, Coach, at this stage of the tournament, everyone's kind of fighting not having arms in the bullpen. You threw out a few guys who haven't seen a ton of action this year. To see them stand up, how impressed were you by that? And also, where do you kind of stand going into that?
Very impressed. I told them before we started tournament play in the OVC that somebody not named Jackson Wells or Jack Klein or Vanny Cleve, who was outstanding, to come in and get a strikeout of Krause, their best guy, and the line out. Somebody knew there's going to be a new hero. There has to be a new hero in the postseason. Today was Haley and Busick on the mound. I don't know who we're going to go with first. I thought about talking to my friend Ben McDonald, seeing if he had a year of eligibility left, but probably not. So we're going to have to go and pitch somebody else. But I asked Gage. I said, "Give me 4 outs." 4 outs. I was communicating with an old coach, Jim Case, and he said, "Just tell your pitcher, ask for 4 outs, and any out past that is a plus. So whoever we hand the ball to first, we'll ask them to get 4 outs. And then we'll keep moving out by out. And we've got to get 27. So that's the approach that we'll take. The offense can't play soon enough. We got a hot offense.
We'll see you in 2.5 hours and come up tonight.
Thank you. Go Trojans.